Welcome, I'm Steph Frey and I help coaches scale to $100,000 months. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to pre-qualify leads so you can stop wasting time on sales calls with people who are never going to buy from you anyway. When you have the right pre-qualification process in place, it means that you stop wasting calls with people who just want to pick your brain, can't afford it right now, or want to sign up in 3 or 4 months' time. I'm working through a document today that's going to be super helpful for you. And at the end of the document, I've given pre-qualifying questions for different niches so that you can have them already done for you. Now, if you want a copy of this worksheet, just head to the description below and click the link and you'll be able to download it now. Just so that you know that I'm not bullshit. I have some proof here for you. So Chloe, one of our clients who recently joined Success School, she signed up and she was having some issues. She was generating leads, getting on sales calls, but none of them were converting. Chloe's a mum and she has limited time to work on her business. So she can't be wasting 10 to 15 hours a week on sales calls that aren't going to convert. Using this pre-qualification process, she was able to get less calls, but have more sales, and recently just signed 3 new clients at $10,000 per month in just 6 weeks. She didn't change her offer and she didn't add any new leads. She simply filtered out the wrong fits and got hyper-focused on solving problems for the right ones. Your pre-qualification process is just sales efficiency, because honestly, you don't have endless hours to be sitting on sales calls that won't convert or maybe won't convert for 6 months. If your calendar is full of the wrong people, you're going to hate doing these sales calls. You'll show up, you'll feel exhausted, you'll burn out, and then you'll lose money. The better your pre-qualification process is, the higher your sales call conversion rate will be, and the better your life will be. Trust me. Here are 5 steps to getting more pre-qualified calls in your calendar. The first step is that you have to ask pre-qualifying questions before they book the call. Now, the best way to do this is to use screening questions. So we use a calendar link, we use Calendly, you might use Acuity, you might use Go High Level. I've given you an example of what ours looks like here. So just their business name, are they a coach, consultant, or agency, because we don't work with product businesses, which describes best where your business is at today, how many leads do you get per month on average, how many sales do you make per month on average, what's the number one business challenge you're looking to solve. This pre-qualifies 90% of what we are looking for when we have clients sign up for Success School. We want to know that you have the right revenue to be able to get the most out of our program. We want to make sure that you actually know how to generate leads and that you have had leads in the past, and we want to see whether or not the leads and the sales that you're making the issue. So what we're really good at in Success School is sales and marketing. We want to see, are you getting enough leads to actually hit your sales dollars target? These allow us to massively pre-qualify to make sure you're even the right fit to go on the call. The questions to ask for your own call will be dependent on your niche, and it will be solely dependent on what you're trying to look for. You know what kind of clients you love to work with. Potentially they're very ambitious, potentially they love to take a lot of action, potentially they're at a certain stage or of life or business, or have a specific problem that you love to solve. But for most people in general, I would recommend filtering for things like the fit, so the stage of business, the type of business, the attitude, whether they're willing to take action right now, income, so do they actually have the means to be able to pay for the service that you offer, and lastly is intent. Is this a right now problem that they're trying to solve, or is this something that they are okay to solve later on down the road? So what I've done to help you streamline this and make it super simple for you is in this worksheet, which you can download below, I've given you 3 different examples of pre-qualifying questions that I would ask for 3 different types of businesses, so that you can get a bit of an idea of what pre-qualifying questions you may need to ask dependent on your niche. Cool, so now you have a calendar link set up and hopefully some pre-qualifying questions in there. For example, if you want to set some filter rules. So how do we filter out whether this person is a yes or a no? So as an example for us, if someone's making $0, they're probably not ready yet to sign up for Success School. Now, there is a caveat to this. If they're ticking all the other boxes, like they have the right attitude, they've got the right type of business, maybe they've been working in the industry for a long time, in that case, if they're a referral from a friend, they tick all the right boxes, they have the right attitude, they're ready to go all in, they have a really good niche business offer concept, but maybe they're not yet generating income, we may still consider booking them in for a call. But you have to set these filters for your own business. The whole point of these filters is to protect your time, but also to protect their time. There's literally no point in somebody getting on a call with you when they literally can't afford it, wasting 45 minutes of their time only to get to the end and feel crappy that they can't actually get access to the service that you provide. Now, if you're a business and you have a lot of demand, so let's say you have a big audience, you get a lot of calls booked, you want to use hard qualifiers, okay? So the ones that I've mentioned so far have been pretty soft. It's just kind of us filtering whether or not this person has the means based on some, generic data. But if you have a huge demand, so if you're getting a lot of sales calls booked, you have a lot of interest, the kinds of hard qualifiers that you want want to use, you can add a simple line like, if you're not ready to invest in your business or health right now, then please don't book this call. You can only really use that when you have a high volume of calls, because honestly, if they're not interested in buying right now and it's not a right now thing for them, or they don't have the income, then really they shouldn't be wasting your time on the call and taking up someone's spot when somebody really, really needs what you have to offer. Number 4 is to use a Loom video on the thank you page to set expectations. So once they've booked the call, it'll go through to another page to say, thanks for booking the call, here's some more information, please check your inbox. And on that page, I would highly recommend having some sort of video that explains what's gonna happen next. You can let them know in that video what this call is and isn't. So for example, on our thank you page, it'll say something along the lines of, we're gonna have a look at your problem, identify the constraints, and help you map a path forward. So it just lets them know what's coming. Now, if you have a lot of demand and you need to hard pre-qualify, again, you could say things on your video like, this is not a free coaching session. You can say things like, please make sure that you're actually gonna show up to this call. And if you don't cancel within 24 hours, please know that you will not be able to rebook. So you can change these depending on how much demand you have. If you have not a lot of demand, you want to keep it quite light. If you have a lot of demand, you want to make sure that you put a lot of pre-qualifiers and a lot of hard qualifiers in so they're not wasting your time. And then last but not least, you will need to, of course, review the applications before accepting. So let's say that they go through your Calendly link, they book the call, and you get the notification saying the call's been booked, but looking through the Calendly form, you can see from the pre-qualifiers that this person is not a fit. And this is where 99% of coaches actually skip the hard work, because this part's uncomfortable. If somebody is not a fit and you can see right away, there's literally no point you guys getting on that call. And so what I would highly recommend having ready in place is a no script. So this will just be an email that you send out that cancels the call. I know this can be super uncomfortable, so what I've done for you is at the bottom of this document, I've given you a no script that you can send out to your leads if someone drops into your calendar and it's filled with so much love and it makes them feel really safe and really comfortable, and it's said in a way that's like, here's some free resources. So if you want access to how to say no comfortably, then please go ahead and download the document in the description below. If you found this video helpful, then I would love it if you would like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. But if you know this is something that you need hands-on help with, and you would love us to look at your pre-qualification script and help you map out a sales pathway that's going to help you get to $100,000 months and get leads on tap, then you should definitely book a scale session in the link below.